Hello everyone. This is video number 6 of chapter 11. The name of the chapter is Transportation in Animals and Plants. In previous videos, we have learned about transportation of different types of materials with the help of blood circulatory system in human beings and also about transportation and excretion in different type of organism including human beings. We have also understood how water and minerals are transported from roots to all different parts of the plant with the help of a vascular tissue that is called xylem. Today in this video I will explain you how the food prepared in the leaves is translocated to different parts of the plant with the help of another type of vascular tissue that is called phloem. Translocation of food. Translocation means to carry or to transport materials from one part to another part or from one place to another place. Here, the food prepared in the green leaves is carried to different parts of the plant to every cell of the plant with the help of a tissue that is called phloem. So here the definition of translocation is given. It is said that the transportation of food from the leaves to other parts of the plant is called translocation, and this translocation takes place with the help of the cells of a vascular tissue that is called phloem. In this phloem, there are four types of tissues. You will read about them in ninth standard. Here, we will tell you that द सीव ट्यूब्स जो होती है वो उसमें लॉन्ग ट्यूबुलर सेल्स होती है. एट द एंड ऑफ दीज ट्यूबुलर सेल्स सीव प्लेट इज फाउंड और उसमें जो है पोर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर रहती है. एक सीव ट्यूब दूसरी सीव ट्यूब के ऊपर इस तरीके से जुड़ी रहती है जैसे वन पाइप इज अटैच्ड विद अनदर पाइप, और इसमें से जो फूड होता है वो इस सीव ट्यूब से होते हुए जो है वो डिफरेंट पार्ट्स तक पहुंचता है. और ये जो फ्लोएम की ट्यूब्स होती है दे विल गो पैरेलल टू द जाइलम वेसल्स. तो जहाँ जहाँ जाइलम वेसल्स का जो नेटवर्क पूरा प्रेजेंट होता है प्लांट के डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में, इन द सेम मैनर द सीव ट्यूब्स आर ऑल्सो फाउंड एवरीवेयर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ network of different channels. Now, with the help of this phloem, the prepared food passes from the leaves to the different parts of the plant, and these different parts are like stems, roots, fruits, seeds, flowers, etc. Now, with the help of following activity, we will understand that how phloem transport food prepared by the leaves. For this activity, we need a potted plant and a razor blade. Now, how we will perform this activity? For doing this, first of all, we will take this potted plant with a thick stem. Now, carefully we will remove the bark of the stem. Bark means the outermost layer of cells which have become dead on the girth of the stem, and this bark will be removed with the help of a razor blade. This process is called girdling of stem. गर्डल मीन्स अ रिंग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. तो इस स्टेम के जो आउटर मोस्ट पार्ट जो होते हैं, जो टिश्यूज़ हैं, विद द बार्क के साथ साथ हमने इसके आउटर मोस्ट पार्ट के कुछ टिश्यूज़ को क्या किया, यहाँ पे हटा दिया गया है. दैट मीन्स हमने जो है वो इसके रिंग शेप में जो फ्लोएम के टिश्यूज़ प्रेजेंट थे उनको हटा दिया गया. ओनली जाइलम वेसल्स और इनर साइड में जो जाइलम प्रेजेंट था वो ही अभी भी इस स्टेम के अंदर मौजूद है. Now we will leave that plant in sunlight for a few days and we will observe the girdled part carefully. As it is shown in the picture, you also can observe that the upper part just above the girdle, the stem will become swollen, यानी कि वो थोड़ा सा फूल गया है. और जो गर्डल के जो नीचे का जो पार्ट था, इट हैज़ बिकम ड्राइज अप. Now, this observation what tells us and why it happened so. The reason is that girdling of stem removes the phloem tissue of the stem. As a result, the food prepared by the leaves could not be translocated below the girdled part of the stem. Therefore, the food gets collected just above the girdled part and resulting in solar stem. The portion below the girdled stem dries up due to the lack of food, and as the leaves are still able to prepare food because they are getting water with the help of xylem vessels or xylem vascular tissue. So, what conclusion comes through this activity? It is that phloem transports the food prepared by the leaves to the different parts of the plant. Here is the concept map for revision is given. This is the brief revision of entire chapter transportation in animals and plants. Transportation means to carry material from one part or one organ of the body to different other parts or different cells of the body. Now, transportation in animals and plants, it is categorized in two categories. First is transportation in animals. In animals, we read about two types of systems here: circulatory system and excretory system. Circulatory system. Circulatory system, it is also known as blood circulatory system. This is consisting of three different parts. These are blood vessels and heart. Blood is a liquid tissue and it is consisting of plasma and blood corpuscles. प्लाज्मा जो है वो जो फ्लूइड पार्ट है ब्लड का, जिसमें वाटर, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मिनरल्स एंड न्यूट्रिएंट्स जो है वो अवेलेबल होते हैं. नाउ द थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ ब्लड कॉर्पसल्स और ब्लड सेल्स, दीज आर RBCs and that means red blood corpuscles, WBCs that means white blood corpuscles or leukocytes, and platelets or thrombocytes. RBCs और रेड ब्लड corpuscles, these are also called erythrocytes. इनके अंदर हीमोग्लोबिन प्रेजेंट रहता है. हीमोग्लोबिन जो ऑक्सीजन और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड दोनों का कैरियर का काम करता है. तो हीमोग्लोबिन इज अ आयरन कंटेनिंग red colored pigment which provide red color to the blood or RBCs. Now, these RBCs are very small in size and enucleated but more in number. The second type of cells are WBCs or leukocytes because they do not have any specific color. They have nucleus but of different shapes. The size and shape of these WBCs is different, and that's why there are different types of white blood corpuscles are found. They are larger in size and smaller in number than red blood corpuscles, and the function of white blood cells is to kill the germs that enter our body, thus protect us from diseases. Now, the third type of blood cells are platelets, and these are also called thrombocytes. Platelets का जो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट फंक्शन है, इट इज that to help in blood clotting. That means whenever we get injured, the blood oozes out from our body, and as soon as it come in contact with air, immediately there is a thin network of fibers is formed, and these fibers are due to the protein present in the platelets. Because as the blood come in contact with air, immediate these platelets will burst and release that protein which will prepare thin network of fibers, and the blood cells will be entrapped or entangled in between the threads of this network, and in this manner the blood will stop to coming out from the body, and it will be get clotted. In this manner, blood clotting is occurring in our body whenever we get injured. Now, some functions of blood are given here in the pink colored box. What are these? First, Blood help in transportation of nutrients, respiratory gases, hormones, etc. And not only this but also waste material. Second, blood maintains the body temperature because it has water in it. And third, it maintains water and salt balance as well. Now, in part of blood circulatory system is of blood vessels, and there are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries, which carry oxygenated blood from heart to various parts of the body, and these arteries, due to their expansion and relaxation, causes high pressure, and it also causes pulse rate. Now, the second type of vessels are known as veins, and veins carry deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body to the heart. Only pulmonary vein is there which will carry oxygenated blood from lungs to heart. And if we talk about arteries, all arteries are carrying oxygen rich blood from heart to various parts, but only pulmonary artery is such a artery which will carry deoxygenated blood from heart to lungs for purification. Now, the third type of blood vessels are called capillaries, and these are very thin tubes which will connect arteries and veins, and they will form a cluster or network of thin blood vessels, and this help in exchange of material between different organs and blood vessel, that means arteries and veins. Now, blood pressure is measured in two limits. First is upper limit, that is also called systolic, and it is 120 hydrogram, and the second is the lower limit, which is called diastolic. That means when the ventricles will get relaxed, and at that time the pressure exerted by heart is very less, and it is almost about 80 hydrogram. Now, the third part the third part of blood circulatory system is heart, and this heart contains four chambers: two auricles and two ventricles. Auricles are the upper chambers and ventricles are the lower chambers. Between auricles and ventricles, tricuspid valves are present, which will allow flow of blood only in one direction. Between right auricle, right ventricle, and left auricle, left ventricle, there will be a septum which will separate the oxygenated blood from the deoxygenated blood. In the left part of the heart, oxygenated blood flows, while in the right part of the heart, deoxygenated blood flows. Now, the heart is covered or attached with cardiac muscles, and cardiac muscles will help in contraction and relaxation of the heart, and causes the pressure, systole and diastole. And when the heart will contract, this time it is called systole, and when the heart will get, these muscles will get relaxed, that time it is called diastole. And one systole and one diastole combinedly will form heartbeat, and this is also called cardiac cycle. Now, the heartbeat lasts for 0.8 second, and the average heart rate or heartbeat is 70 to 80 per minute in normal adult humans. Okay. Now, we will read about or revise excretory system. Excretory system which help in removal of waste material from the body of an organism. In various animals, different organs are found for excretion of the waste material. For example, in amoeba, paramecium, etc., body surface help in this process, and diffusion is the name of the process by which excretory waste materials are excreted out. In some organisms like earthworm, leeches, etc., The name of the excretory organ is nephridia, while in some insects like cockroaches etc., Malpighian tubules are found for this process of excretion. But if we talk about well developed organism like human beings, there are certain parts in the body which will help in removal of different type of waste materials produced in our body. For example, first is large intestine. The undigested food material which get accumulate in large intestine after reabsorption of water, it will be sent to rectum, and with the help of anus it will be expelled out. Now in the lungs, carbon dioxide gas will reach from all body parts, and this carbon dioxide gas will be exhaled out from the lungs during the process of breathing. Now skin also acts as a organ for removal of waste material in the form of sweat and oil etc, because below the skin sweat glands, oil glands are found. So with that sweat, salt, water, urea and some different substances are also excreted out. Now the fourth part and most important part for excretion found in our body are two bean shaped kidneys, and these kidneys have many nephrons inside them, and these nephrons will filter the blood and remove the nitrogenous waste material in the form of urine, which will go to urinary bladder with the help of ureters. It will be get collected there, and it will be passed out. In this manner excretory system is found. Now transportation of different type of materials in plants, it occurs by two methods. First type of transportation, that is of water and minerals, and it is done with the help of a conducting tissue that is called xylem. Actually, root hair will absorb water from the soil with the help of a process that is called osmosis. Osmosis means passage or transfer of materials from higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration through semi-permeable membrane. This water or and minerals also will transfer from root hair to stem, and with the help of xylem vessels it will go up, and this is called ascent of sap. Ascent means to climb up, and it is supported with the help of another process that is called transpiration. Actually transpiration means evaporation of water from the stomata of the leaves. जब ये water leaves के stomata से evaporate होता है तो it will create an suction pull on the this stem of water दैट इज इन जाइलम वेसल्स। और ये जैसे हम एक स्ट्रो से जो है वो जूस ऊपर की तरफ सक करते हैं, इन द सेम मैनर दिस विल ऑल्सो बी sucked upside, and in this manner this water will move upward. Now this transpiration process not only help in absorption of water from soil, but also it help in cool the plant body in hot weather. It will maintain the consent of cell shape as well. Now the second type of transportation is translocation of food material which is prepared in the leaf, and it is done with the help of another type of conducting tissue or vascular tissue that is called phloem. In phloem sieve tubes are found, and the food will pass through these sieve tubes and will reach to different cells of the plant body. This is all which we read in this chapter.